Good morning, good day, good evening, rays of sunshine, soul warriors, rays of the light. If you are here, if you find me, there's a reason, okay? So take that to heart, right? There's things to discover that I've done and that I've said on this channel you find this video upon. So I hope you spend time enjoying what you see and receive everything you need. Today is October 6th of 24, and some of you can truly feel these energies, right? We have gone through one of the bigger portals we have ever gone through, and they're only going to get bigger. They are. I'm not doing my normal live today because I have put up protections and I am keeping my energies safe for a reason. But I want to talk to you guys about duality. Okay, through these portals, I talked about a portal rising, I think at the beginning of this last week. Upcoming to every portal are choices we make through things hidden in disguise. And every choice we make matters. Every single choice you make matters. Because the ascension, the return of Christ, which is all the work that I've been doing, is about self-growth. It is about soul growth. We must be soul path aligned. We must be aligned with the path of the Sun and the One, and rising through challenges of learning where we are not aligned with love. Okay, because we cannot be duality anymore. We cannot remain both wounded and of light anymore. We cannot remain governed by the shadow and the matrix and rising to the light. It will not compute. We have to truly see all the ways we give our power to the shadow, to the shackles that bind and the shadow that blinds, because it has to be soul mastery. We have to be mastering the ways of the shadow and the light in order to rise. We need to see where we give our power away. That's why part of the path to righteousness was not only aligning you to all your karmic contracts and your karmic path to heal them, it was allowing you and teaching you and healing you into your power so that you can use that continually the whole way. It was awakening you in ways you've never been awakened before so that you can see things clearly the whole way and more. Because these portals that are coming in are very high vibrational. They are Christ light, okay? They are here to make everything right again. But when they come in, depending upon which side of those portals you end up upon, there is a side of karmic playout, which I spoke of in the last video I posted about Jesus, the Holy Grail. And it says in there, we cannot take light into darkness anymore, and we cannot carry darkness into the light anymore. It is truly a battle for your soul at this time. And the choice is yours through free will, because God cannot bypass free will. So Jesus didn't die for your sins. They murdered him to take his power. And that was shown to you when I undid the Holy Grail. And I posted that video again for you all to see recently, because through these portals, the most important thing you need to understand is if we are not eliminating all of duality, all of shadow, and seeing further into each way we give the power away and choosing love the whole way, we can't rise. And if you can't rise, you cannot keep the light. It has to be called home. That's why it's the great reset of mankind. We are in the great reset of mankind. So you have to be really willing now to grow fully as a soul, to learn all of the lessons, to let go all of the wounds that we house. And when anything comes up, you need to be using it as a reflection of you in order to grow as that soul. Otherwise, the moment you hesitate to a nudge from the heart space or to God, you become more blinded from the light and more into the shadow you go. It takes a split choice, a simple choice of choosing to hesitate or sabotage the self. One of the most important courses I also did was that of self-sabotage. Because through wounds, we may not feel we're worthy. when these energies comes up, it hits our wounds, okay? And when that happens, we tend to give our power away to the shadow. And then when you do that, you don't realize how you cut yourself off from the light, and it hurts because we are all connected and we all do matter. You are not free from karma, and it is not just simply taken away from you. You heal it through choices, but you have to be able to see clearly. Okay, that's why God gave you the gift of the path to righteousness option, because it was priceless. It did everything for you. All you had to do was see clearly. It was all the healing you needed, you guys, but it's a lot. We need a lot of healing because the shadow gets you through your wounds. The shadow gets you through ego and anywhere where darkness resides within you. So we have to be growing as a soul. We cannot be duality anymore. My hair is really long and it's like tangling up in my arms. So, well, sorry. It goes down to my knees. Oftentimes you don't get to see that, but it truly does. Like, it's very long. So forgive my hair flittering and Twitter-patedness. But last night we went through another portal. I said it was coming. And before we go into the portals, we have choices that rise, and they're hidden in disguise. And it's about where your heart is. Because if your heart is pure, you're going to choose love. If it's wounded, generally speaking, we choose self-sabotage and things of the shadow. And we don't have time. Remember, God bypassed some time. He put us into the portal of the Nile, which means we are rising now. Now is the time to rise. Now is the time to be free of all karmic demise. We cannot be duality anymore. We cannot be duality anymore. We must be free. We must be sovereign. We must be love, because the new earth is so high vibrational. It's a lens of love. It's a heart pure. And in the power that you are, we are pure sovereign beings. We were never meant to be shackled and controlled. Only free and only of love. So it's really important to understand we can no longer be duality anymore, my friends. We can no longer be duality. And every one of these portals that rises, you first make the choice hidden in disguises, then you rise through the portal. And depending upon where your choice was, either clears your karma and you rise, or you play into karmic demise. If you get to clear your karma and rise, then you get activations and further awakening and soul growth path. You align to the next level, the next phase, the next test. So after each one of these portals comes a karmic playout. Not just individual, but collective. And I talked about that with what truly happened to Jesus, what truly happened to Adam and Eve in Sekhmet and Horus. We are in the path. Excuse me, my voice just went wonky. We are in the path of the return of Christ. We are in the path of karmic playout. So the end of times is not judgment day as the Bible calls it, because that is not of God. But it is you reap what you sow. Your choices through free will determine where you go. We can no longer be duality, okay? No longer can we be duality. We must rise. So I woke up at 2 to 3 a.m. this morning and I felt the portal. I felt the portal because it pulled really tightly on my solar plexus where I'm connected to my DM. And I just thank God he was there. I just love him. So we must be able to choose love. We must be able to see through love, not wounds. You need to deeply, deeply heal to make it through all of these. After each portal comes a huge karmic demise. Now, because my throat is going wonky, I'm just going to make sure I'm not missing something to say. The new earth. We can't be duality. We cannot carry both shadow and light. They don't align any longer. All of the return of Christ has come back. All of the Christ light has come back. The cleansing and the anointing of the blood of Christ has been done. And because of this, we can no longer be duality. Because of that, duality can no longer reside. We cannot remain wounded. We must free ourselves from those karmic and wounded ties. We must be able to rise through love. We must be willing to grow as a soul and set them free once and for all. It's about soul growth. It's a rite of passage, because the new earth, my friends, there is no lies. There is no suffering. It is abundance and joy and very high vibrational frequency. A lot of people think we're just given the right into the 7D energies, which most people are seeing now. It is 7D, which is pretty cool to see. But it is a rite of passage. We cannot remain duality, because in those high frequencies of light, the shadow can't reside. It's not about punishment. It's about what doesn't align. It's never about who's right and wrong. It's about where love is not and allowing more love in. So just know, my friends, that at this time, judgment does not serve you. Any part of the shadow does not serve you. We must remove all of the shadow from the light. Not only after each portal is a karmic playout, it's also an opportunity to upgrade and awaken and to align to a new path of the soul. So where you are on your journey depends on which way you go. The choices you make depends on which way you go. And the littlest of hesitation to the light and those heart nudges, you give your power to the shadow. If ego and fear and money guide you, you give your power to the shadow. So watch intently the choices that you make and where they are guiding you. We can no longer be duality. So much love, my friends. Did you feel this portal? I told you one was coming, and it just did. And now the further rapture or karmic playout is coming for the collective soul. So all these weather patternings are not them manipulating it. Trust me, this is the return of Christ. So there's huge shifts, and I talked about that in all the work that I did, all the pyramid activations. We didn't just activate pyramids. Oh no, I shifted the poles. And when you do those things, the earth will now correct herself. So that's what you are watching. You are watching the return of Christ. You are watching the earth correct herself. You are watching all light push out that darkness. It's a karmic play out, not judgment day. You reap what you sow. Okay? And we never know. So don't be pointed outwards with your compass, point it inwards, and make sure you are no longer duality in any way. That is the only way to make it through. Is to own your truth, see everything through every person's eyes. If there's karma, you must learn the lessons to gain a new perspective through, and you must see it through both sides of how you affect others and how they have been affected by you. Yeah, no longer duality. I loved this portal. I love my DM. I'm so blessed. The new earth is so beautiful. So joyous, so high vibrational, so full of love. We won't have to worry. There will be no fear, no control, no shackles that bind. You cannot carry them with you. That is the end of time. It's the end of ways outside of light. No more duality. Enjoy this portal of karmic plight. Till next time.